here we have them, the 4 books that I'm going to use to keep me on track and organized in various aspects of my life for 2024. Okay, so we're set up at not a new desk to me, but a new desk for my videos. And I don't honestly know how well this is going to work out because the style of the desk means I can't really put the tripod over coming from the side the way I did with the former desk. So the tripod is right in front of me, which means I'm probably gonna bump it a lot. So I'm gonna have to work on a setup. But for now, this is what I have. I also realized in the initial opening shot that I forgot a book, which is horrifying. It's this one right there. So I will go through all of them one by one and just show you what the plan is for the upcoming year. And we'll see how this camera angle works. So let's start with the most boring looking one, this little blue one. I've actually already started filling it in. It's just a pocket-sized 2024 planner. So there we go, a weekly daily planner. I haven't filled in any of this stuff because really it has an overview for 2024 and 2025. I never really use the overviews, and then it does actually start with December, but I didn't use those either because I have one of these books, not this exact one, but the same style that I was using for 2023. So that one is filled in till the end. So here we get to January, and this is why I already started filling it out, because things are happening in January. It is now January 1st. If I didn't fill this out, I'm gonna miss something. So I filled in my work days. I'm trying color coding to a degree, only because I have on my fridge an acrylic calendar that I can write on and then erase and then redo for the next year, and I've color coded that one just so that different things will stand out to me, and I thought I might try it in here as well. We'll see how long it lasts. Right now I'm using this pen and it has 4 colors on it, so that's why these colors were chosen. I may get more, I don't know, cutesy with it as it goes by, but this book is really meant to be a little bit more utilitarian, not necessarily have any cute stickers or any like really fun little things in it. It's really just meant so that I can carry it around with me whenever I need to, and it has all of like this strictly just information that I need. So I've got the status marked off. My work is going to be all in blue, so I work on Monday to Friday, job 6 a.m. to 2. Red right now is for important appointments, so doctor's appointments. My car from the car accident, it has an appointment there to go in to get looked at, you know, like things like that. And then anything green is anything that I consider fun. So I have a friend's wedding on the 6th, which by the way, I totally thought was way later in January, and I do not have a dress or a present yet. So yeah, points to me. And then I've signed up for boot camps, kind of not exactly with the blessing of my physio, seeing as I'm still dealing with the concussion. I was given permission to sign up for the Saturday morning boot camp because he figured I'll need the rest of the weekend to recover from it. And this part was just an accident. I honestly thought that I remembered that it started later in the month, so maybe on the 20th. I didn't know that it started on the 13th. So he thought we kind of had a little bit more time to work with before it started. And I did say if I'm still not doing well by the time it starts, the classes themselves, once you average out the cost of them for like the whole set, it's like $4 a week. So if I have to miss like the first one to give myself an extra week to get ready for them, I said I would do that. However, when I signed up for the Saturday ones, I was really in this like mood of like, I need to get fit, I'm super motivated, I need to get more active. So I also signed up for the Tuesday night boot camp, and we're just not telling my physio. So that could be a secret between you and I. So yeah, the rest of the book, I accidentally put my work days on Saturday and Sunday there because I was kind of in the groove. You can see, so I'll try to cover like the address, but on like the actual page, so this is the day where I have the car appointment, I have all the information filled out for it. So like the address, the phone number, you know, reminder to me to take insurance notes, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, the other ones, I already know where those locations are, so I don't really need to worry about it. This is my neurology appointment. I can't say that. It's a doctor's appointment with a neurologist because of my head. And yeah, I just kept going. I have a course on the 3rd to become a certified dragon boat trainer, which I'm very excited for. Sorry, that's in February though. And then I went ahead and I've done February. I've gone through, I filled in the boot camps through to the end of March because that's where they go to. And then I filled in the monthly calendars because I was already filling in like the boot camp. So I thought I'd fill in the rest, but I didn't necessarily fill in like the days with all the other stuff. I don't anticipate my work schedule changing. So I suppose I could have gone ahead and just kept doing that. But for now, that's where this book is at. this is going to be my brain. It will have everything that I need to remember. I'll probably start inserting lists into it as we go through the year. And yeah, this will be very important. I thought about decorating it with some stickers or something because, you know, it's just a solid blue and I like the color, but it is a little bit bland. But because this book is going to be in and out of bags and purses and pockets and it's just going to get beaten up, I think the stickers will become very worn looking very quickly, making the whole book look pretty bad pretty quickly. So for now, I'm just going to leave it plain. Another one that I forgot, and you've already seen before, is this book, and I use it to track my digital cash envelopes. I have not been good with my digital cash envelopes for quite a while now. You can see, I mean, the last time I even made a spread. Oh, sorry for the tripod, was back in November. So I need to get back on track with these. I'm working on a plan for having some of the digital cash envelopes being actual cash so that I'm not pulling money accidentally from categories, like say like from Striker's category to cover a different category by accident. I'm finding what's happening is because of my physio appointments, sometimes I can't drive, so I'm using Uber, and Uber is set up to the card that is all of these as well, but I don't have an Uber category or a physio category because I always anticipate I'm going to be able to drive myself to all of my appointments, and then when something happens and I can't and I have to take the Uber because like my head's just really dizzy that day or something, it throws these completely out of whack. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do an Uber, on the account for these where it shows, you know, debited money, you know, money has been taken out, it'll show Uber pending and then Uber returned and then Uber approved, and then it does the Uber tip separate, and it takes so long for it all to process and go through that I get very confused by like, did the right amount go? I don't understand. I don't get it. So I've really dropped the ball on tracking my actual digital cash spending, and I have to get better at it because every time I drop the ball on here, it affects the entire budget. So I am going to start brand new, but in the same book because I love this notebook. It's Harry Potter. I'm just going to make a new spread with a new strategy going forward for dealing with the digital cash envelopes, and we're gonna work really hard to make it work. Now this book you've also seen, but it is actually a brand new one. I kept it in the package just to prove it to you. This is the same budget planner that I used for 2020. Now, do I absolutely love this budget planner so much that I was like, I must buy it again? No budget planner is perfect. The one that is my absolute favorite isn't made anymore. It's by Mead. And what can you do? If they don't make it, they don't make it. I keep looking though to see if they'll bring it back, and they haven't. Stupid company. So this one comes with tabs for the months, which I will put on. And you know, the section, the print for your name. Then we have this section. I never utilized this section in 2023. I still don't fully understand what I'm supposed to be doing with this, so I just kind of leave it. Then the bill tracker, I did utilize this and I found it very satisfying as the year progressed to see all the check marks and have it filled out. So I will use this again. Then this savings goal right here, I do have some things that are happening this coming year that I do need to save for. So I'm contemplating using it for one of those, but I'm also taking part in the 100 envelope savings challenge. And I thought I might use it for that because I'm not giving myself a timeline for the 100 envelopes. It's whenever in my budget I have money that is sort of, you know, like left over after everything's been accounted for. So all my bills, all my sinking funds and whatnot, that I can contribute to the 100 envelope challenge that I will be putting money into. So this, if I use it for that, very likely will not be completed by the end of the year, but it still might be nice to have a visual to show how much I did save in the year. We'll see. And then there's saving tracker sections. So they give you what you're saving for, what your goal is, like money goal, the due date for the goal, and then the date that you put in your deposit and what the new balance is. And then they have debt trackers, and they give you more debt trackers than savings trackers, which I think is very wise of them, but they're still not enough. Here you have like the debt name, starting balance, minimum payment, interest rate, and then the date that you make a payment and the new balance on it. I used these last time well and not well for different things, because like say my Visa card, the balance gets high, I move the balance over to the line of credit. So then I would have tracking like my line of credit payments, but I never did the balance because it would randomly change when I would move over a balance from the Visa to the line of credit. Do you know what I mean? I think I will start using one for my BMO card because I have last year I got an offer where I could move credit card balance from Scotiabank to a card with MasterCard and have like 0.99% interest for a year. And I figured I would do that, move it over, and then that means that even if I don't pay off the entire balance that I moved over within the year, I'm still paying less interest on it while it's sitting over there. And now I'm torn in between, because that promo rate is done, I'm torn in between bringing the money back over to Scotiabank and putting it onto the line of credit that has a lower interest rate and just having one big debt to pay down, or keeping it there because it's kind of separate. I never use that card, so I'll never rack it back up again, unlike the Visa that I keep pushing over to the line of credit and then like racking back up. So I don't really know, because right now my minimum payment on the MasterCard with BMO is fairly low compared to the Visa and the line of credit that I have with Scotiabank. So if I get into a tight pinch, I can make a smaller payment onto the BMO card. Currently I make $200 of a payment every paycheck and sort of hopefully balance everything out. I am taking a lot of unpaid sick days because of my concussion, so my paychecks are not what they normally are, so I'm really tight with funds right now. So if I move the balance from BMO back to Scotia and then put it onto the line of credit, that's going to bump up my minimum payment there, and that's already $300 and something. So it seems like not the smartest plan in long-term thinking when you think about interest and how it's compounding, and how the longer I take to make to pay off the BMO credit card, the more I'm actually paying because of interest. But in the immediacy of my budgeting, it can give me a little bit of a breather when I have a paycheck that I just don't have enough money to make all of the payments on things. Like I can just, instead of making $200, I can make $100 onto that card. So right now I'm thinking of leaving it there and seeing how the first month or so of the year go, how quickly I get back on track with like my actual normal work schedule and not missing days anymore, and getting my money influx better so that I can then do my budget better. All of that for the debt tracking page. And then we get into a monthly spread. So there's a nice envelope here, and I do use that. I don't get paper bills, but if I get like a GST check from the government, or I don't know, just anything kind of random, I'll put it there. So I have stickers for putting in the month right there. I need to find them. And then it's your monthly budget spread. And the reason I like this planner is because it's blank. You decide what your monthly budget spread is. So many of them make the assumption that you have a mortgage and that you pay certain things. And I don't like that, because I'm a renter. So a lot of the things that come in like a section, like a pre-filled in home section, I'm whiting out because like they don't apply to me. And I just think it's very presumptuous of companies to assume that you own a home and you have certain bills. So I like that it's blank and I'm not having to cross things out or white them out, so that I can then fill it in with the categories that I need. So I'm going to have like a home category, Stryker has a category, transportation has a category, I have a category that's for like groceries and home goods and things like that. And then I used the last two sections, I think it was last year, for tracking my various sinking funds. Yeah. Then we have the calendar spread. Another thing I like is that it's all undated, so technically I can start it whenever I want, and I kind of have fun setting up the calendar and stuff. And then the income tracker, so it gives you a lot. It gives you 6 lines to fill in your income for every month, which is great, because if you have more than one job or side hustles or things like that, excellent. Or even if you work somewhere where you get paid weekly, well, there's 4 of your lines right there. And then your day-to-day spending. Now, I didn't use this the way that it wants you to use it, because I don't track my day-to-day spending like that. I tried it a couple years ago. It didn't really work for me. I don't really see the point. It just, it's not for me. Instead, on these pages, I used notepads and I wrote out my actual budget for like how much I was starting with, where all the money went. If you've seen any of my budget videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I would use washi tape to attach the paper into here, and it had any notes that went with the budget along with it on this page. So, you know, if there was, if I got a bonus check, or if like my mom sent me money, or if I had to pull from one of my sinking funds, say my emergency fund, to cover something, then I would make a mental note, not a mental note, an actual paper note on a sticky note on this page to keep all the information for that pay period together. And then, so they give you lots of pages for the day-to-day spending, which, like I said, I never use like that, but is great when there's a month with 3 paychecks, because then I have enough pages to put all of the budgets. And then a monthly budget review. I don't really use this because it's got like balance from last month, total income, expenses, difference, total saving, balance forward. I don't find that useful to be tracking. And then where did I have the most trouble? What could I improve this month? What goals can I set for next month? Now these are good. I'm sure that they are. They're kind of similar to journaling in a sense. I never used these. Maybe I should, because then maybe I would do better with the budget. I don't know. It's not a thing that really like appeals to me, but I can see how for some people it really would, and I think that it's really nice that it's included in this book. And then we get into the, ooh, I keep bumping this. Yeah, this position's not gonna work. But so now we get into the next month. And then at the end of the month, I can't remember if there's anything in here at the end of the month. So you've got account information, which I never filled out because even though my budget book doesn't really leave my place, there's still the fear of like, what if some nefarious soul gets their hands on it and now they have all my account information. A summary of the year. I didn't do that for 2023. Honestly, I finished off the year with a concussion and not really feeling very well. I haven't even done my budget for the paycheck I got this past Friday. So I don't think I'm going to be doing this, but I could see how for some people who are really into this, it would be helpful. And then the last page here is actually kind of, you know, how to deal with your debt and information and stuff like that, which is useful, especially if you're brand new and just starting out. I know some people might think this book is very simplistic and meant for like a first-time budgeter, and maybe that is what it's designed for. I couldn't really say. I wasn't involved in the designing process. I just know that I like it because it's designed to be usable by anybody with like minimal tweaking needed and I appreciate that. So there's that one. Now the next one is not a budgeting planner. It was a gift and it's a shiny cover, so that ring light's just going to keep showing. My friend gave me this because she knows that I like to do book planning, and so she got me this Harry Potter planner. Sorry, I just don't know how to get rid of the ring, really. So sorry, but this is what it looks like. It's huge. It's so thick, so thick, and it comes with 2 paper clips, which I think are absolutely adorable. And it comes with some stickers. So they're all kind of stuck though together, and I'm scared to rip them to pull them apart. So all the pages are kind of stickers. So there are some functional ones and then just some cute ones. Not enough functional ones to get you through a year. It is an undated planner, so you can start it whenever you want, which is also great. I just realized they give you 2 of every month. Maybe it's to put on both sides of the thing. I don't know. And yeah, these ones are super cute, but they're very strongly attached to this plastic. So, yeah, if you like Harry Potter, then you will be recognizing what all of these are. If you're really not into it, that's totally cool. Just know that I fully geeked out when I received this. So a section to put who it belongs to, and then a little like note page with some dot grid area. I always want to use dot grids, but I'm not creative enough to make a dot grid journal. I see people's videos on them and they just make amazing spreads, and I'm like, my brain doesn't do that. And then it's got these really nice dividers, and they have a pocket. And then we jump into the month at a glance, and it's on 2 pages. It's, like I already said, it's undated, so you fill it out yourself. Over here you get priorities, goals, birthdays. I like that because I have a horrible tendency to forget birthdays. And then yeah, then we go to like the weekly spread. So there's a notes, goals, spells, and charms section, which I think is adorable. And then we have Monday through Sunday. Yeah, and it kind of breaks it up into block planning in case you're into block planning. So I guess this would be your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. These 2, I guess because it's Saturday and Sunday, it's okay that you kind of lose 2 of the blocks to a design, because I'm not going to want to cover up the castle, but maybe that's just me. And then you just have those pages repeating. So we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four of them for your month, which makes sense. And then we're on to another note and dot grid page, and then the next divider, which the dividers I think are just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna kind of flip through really quick to show them to you. Ravenclaw, and my personal house, Slytherin. And then after the houses, we get sort of all of them, and there's such a pretty page with the metallic astronomy tower. I love this, the Marauders map with all the footprints. Potions class. And then, oh, I can't go turn it. And this last one, just got different symbols. And the pocket on there, yeah. Let's see. I only skimmed through the book once, so I don't know if there's anything different at the end. Nope, there's not. So all of the months have all the exact same stuff. Now, I'm not normally, I'll put it to Slytherin, I'm not normally a planner in terms of like having my little portable one that I take around and then having all the same information on like a big one that sits at the desk, because this is a big one. It is designed to stay at home. You wouldn't carry this around with you. Also, it's too pretty. It would get damaged and I would be very upset. But my friend gave it to me and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I want to use it, not just because like I think it's pretty, but also I don't want to hurt her feelings by not using it. But honestly, I would put it back in the box with all of the stickers and leave it in mint condition for probably a good 2 years before I would touch it, because I would just be like, it's so pretty. But I'm weird like that, and I'm trying to get over not using things that I get given because like I don't want them to have wear and tear. Like, things are meant to be used, right? So I am going to use it. I think that while this little one will be very utilitarian and will just have like the basic facts of things, this one I'm going to try to make more pretty. Like, I'll put in stickers and, you know, like try to like not fancy it up, but just give it more character, I suppose, than what the pages in the blue book are going to contain. And there are not enough stickers from it to do Harry Potter stickers throughout the entire year, which is a little bit sad, but I also own a lot of stickers. So as long as I can get over the idea of doing a spread that doesn't involve Harry Potter theme at all in a Harry Potter book, I should be fine, because I don't have a lot of Harry Potter stickers. I just have a lot of stickers, and I do want to start using them. And I have got a chunk of them unpacked, although you're not seeing them in this video. So this is sort of like a life organizing daily or weekly planner kind of a thing. I don't know what you would call it. I just know I love it. And then lastly, it's not a planner, it is a notebook. My Christmas wish list for my family, I said I really like stationery, so anything that's kind of like cute or fun or anything, and I was not very specific with that. I left it vague, and my brother gave me this very flowery, very pretty notebook, and it is gorgeous, don't get me wrong. I'm not really a flowery, pretty kind of a girl necessarily, so I may cover it with some like skull stickers. We'll see. He also gave me, let me show you really quick, these really pretty pencils that obviously like it's all part of his set, and this notepad, which I will 100% use. I love my good notepad. So the pages are, you know, like the pattern kind of changes throughout. But yeah, so they all came together. It's very thoughtful of them. So this notebook I've already started filling out with, I started with things I want to be doing either in 2024 or doing better in 2024. So I don't do resolutions for the new year. That's not my thing. But I do have some things that I kind of want to set in motion in 2024 or just be better at in the new year that I kind of let slide this past year. And so I started writing them down. I'm not going to show them all to you because really they're just simplistic and kind of boring. But the notebook itself, just these really nice lined pages, a whole notebook full of them. And it's not too thick of a notebook, which I actually appreciate, because a lot of times I'll get a notebook and then it's like, do I want to start using it for this? Because then if I don't use the whole notebook for whatever project I'm thinking of using it for, then I'm just going to have all these unused pages, because for some reason I don't put more than one topic into a notebook, which makes no sense, but that's where my brain's at. So it's nice and pretty. It's going with my stack of 2024 planners. I've already started filling it in with, like I said, things for 2024 that either I'm doing now that I want to get better at, or goals that I have for 2024 in terms of, well, here, let me have a look. Look at the cute pencils while I read the notebook. What did I fill it in for? Okay, so I want to start a blog to link up to this YouTube channel, because I'm good at writing. and I like to write, and I have a different blog that I never post on anymore, and I kind of want to have one that's just connected to this channel and not connected to like my personal social media that all my friends read. So I just want to talk about different things in the blog, and then I also want to expand out the videos that I do on this channel. So still budget, but I also want to do maybe like what I eat in a week, or like my weight loss journey, because I'm trying to get in better shape, because last year I basically ate a lot of cookies while I was grieving the loss of my dad, and I've gained quite a bit of weight, and so I want to work on that this year. So I thought, you know, like weight loss or just healthy eating journey, something like that. And then do like little daily vlogs of kind of, you know, I do a little adventure on the day or whatever, just doing more than sitting and doing budgeting videos. And then I also have plans for the budget, in terms of like getting back on track, keep making videos for it, maybe make cuter spreads, get better at editing, or have my personality in the videos more. Some saving things that I want to work down or work on, paying off debt. And then I have like books. I usually love to read, but last year I didn't read even one book because I was just too sad. So I think I should try to start doing things that I used to love that I stopped doing, and one of them is reading. So I'm not just saying like I'm going to read, I'm actually going to track what I read to kind of make sure that I'm stay committed to it. And then I have a category for like friends and family, you know, just being better at like being in touch with them, because I really hermited this last year. So responding faster to text messages, sending cards in the mail, like just being a better friend and like sibling and daughter and all of that. I have a social media account. Well, I have a YouTube channel where I write a novel that it gets posted using like that text app. I can't think of what it's called right now. So that the videos go up and they look like a texting conversation. I didn't even know that was a thing, and then I kind of stumbled across videos that use that and made it, and I was like, I could do that, because I've always wanted to write stories, but it seems very daunting. But doing it in a format like that seemed a lot easier, and my story has actually like a decent number of followers. Like it's in like the 500 and something range, 538 people I think right now, which I know for a YouTube channel still isn't a lot, but I don't link it to other social media. I don't promote it. I don't try to help people find it. I have some friends that know I write it, but they don't even know what the channel name is or how to find it. Like it strictly is grown just by people who like it, finding it by fluke, I guess, and then staying for the journey of the story. And I'm really flattered by all those people who are willing to come back every week and read the new installment. And so this past year, those people on that channel, those followers, are the most amazing people ever, because I posted when my dad got sick saying he was in the hospital and had cancer, and I didn't know when I would be posting next, and they sent me just an overwhelming amount of support and care and love, and saying to not worry and they'll wait and it's fine, and like they, you know, like they were praying for me and things like that, and it was just amazing. So then it kind of made me want to keep posting for them though, because they were so thoughtful. And then when I posted when he passed away, again, they were just the most amazing group of people. And they've been so supportive. And I want to keep writing because I love it, but I also want to keep writing because I don't want to let them down. And we just have this little corner of YouTube that's like nice and lovely, and people chat to each other in the comments. And I absolutely love how that channel has built. And I would love to be able to have it grow to make a bigger happy corner of YouTube, but at the same time, only ever organically. Like I'll never promote it somewhere. I just let people find it by fluke. Maybe some people who follow it share it with their friends. I don't really know how people find it at all. But I want to keep working on that channel. I think the story that I'm working on now might come to an end sometime this year. And I want to start working on a second one to post up. I did also start posting it onto Archives of Your Own, because I wanted to start maybe seeing if I could flush it out into like proper book chapters and turn it into that. But then with all the stuff that was happening this last year, I just didn't have the motivation to keep going. So there are people who read it on there and who are kind of waiting for more, but the YouTube channel is where my priority is for that. So I have a section in here about that channel and just doing better with the story, things like that. And then what else am I working on? You think I'd remember since it's like all my stuff, right? Just more stuff with writing, things with dragon boating, with getting certified, remembering that like I love the sport, so go to the practices even if I'm sad. and be better with the team and interacting with them and like the dynamics there, because I feel like I wasn't a good team member last year. And yeah, and I actually want to make a proper book outline for like a real book, you know, and see if I actually can. And then I started a section where it's like split for December 28th to the 31st, things that I need to do. Some of them are just sort of like tracking appointments and ICBC stuff because of the car accident and whatnot. So I've done some things, and as I'm doing them, like on the next page, like on the page where I made the list, if I can just show you the corner, like I check it off as it's done, and then on the next page I write out in more information, like exactly what's done and what needs to be known for it. So yeah, the notebook is going to help keep me on track in a different but equally as important way as all of the other books that I have compiled for this year, which does seem like a lot, because like who needs 4 books just to keep them organized for 1 year? But then at the same time, maybe it's not too many, because if it's what my brain is needing right now, then it's what it's needing right now. So this is a very long video. I'm very sorry I rambled too much, but these are my books that are going to keep me organized for 2024 and keep me on track for all the various things that I want to start tracking. So still with the budget, always with the budget on this channel. You'll probably never see this book again. This is just one that I'm using for like personal planning. And I don't know if you'll see this one or not, because I don't really do personal planning on this channel. So really this is going to be the main one that you see. But yeah, if you're at all interested, I do plan on like starting back with healthy eating, and I'm going to try following Weight Watchers and tracking my food and things like that. And I would like to do a playlist on this channel documenting that to help keep me accountable. So hopefully if I start doing that, some of you might watch those videos as well. Or not, you don't have to, no pressure at all. There we go. I hope you have your planners and books and whatever it is that you are going to be using for 2024 all nicely sorted out and set up. Mine are not set up, only this one is, but at least I have them figured out and sorted, and I'm going to be using this week to slowly get them set up, because I can only go at the speed that my concussed brain will let me go at, and I have to just kind of honor that, because like I had things I was going to do this long weekend and I got almost none of them done because I spent the entire time in pain because my head was throbbing, and I can't do things when I'm like that, and I just have to kind of accept that and let that be okay. And that's something else I'm working on for 2024. So I would love to see what books and planners and things you have, you know, like set for 2024 and what you're going to be doing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let's see what the new year brings us, shall we? Stay safe, you guys. Bye.